going on, guys? Sterling here. So Cecilia and I, we're out here in beautiful Taos, New Mexico, actually a little outside of Taos, and we're actually staying in an Earthship. We're pretty close to the Earthship biotecture here outside of Taos. Now, an Earthship, for any of you who don't know, is a self-sustaining home that generates its own power, generates its own food, and basically allows a family to subsist off the grid. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to kind of show you what the outside of it looks like. And as you can see, this area that we're in the high desert, as they call it, is absolutely amazing. A lot of people prefer the tropics, but I actually prefer mountainous terrain and mountainous regions. So this is the exterior of the Earthship, and we're going to walk around here and I'm going to show you guys. This is what it looks like from the outside. You can't see them from here, but there's solar panels on the backside of the Earthship, and there's all these glass windows here that face the sun when it rises, because it allows the Earthship to capture all of the heat from the sun. So during the winter, it's able to maintain temperature without any kind of central heating or cooling. And I'll discuss that a bit more when we get inside. But the Earthship itself is absolutely amazing. And as you can see, we're actually in a community, you probably can't see them from here, where there are more Earthships out here. There's one right there, and they're kind of built into the ground, you see. And there's a few more as well, and in the mountains. Cool. So let's go on inside and take a look at the interior of the Earthship. Hey guys, now we're inside of the Earthship, and it is absolutely wonderful. As you can see, there's plenty of space in the Earthship. This particular one is about 1,300 square feet, I believe. And one of the cool things about the Earthship is they're actually built as a horseshoe shape. And the reason they're built like that is to help keeping heat in the Earthship and also allowing the temperature to maintain an equilibrium inside. So no matter if it's hot or cold, typically the Earthship maintains an average temperature of about 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you follow me, we'll walk down here and we'll take a look at different aspects of the Earthship and we can talk about it. By the way, like I said, the Earthship is solar powered, so all the lights that are on right now in the Earthship are a result of solar power and being solar powered. The Earthship actually uses an inverter, which I'll show you. And this inverter is what turns the solar energy into currents that power the lights. And now, since the Earthship maintains its own heat, there's obviously no internal or inside heating and cooling, right? All right, we'll walk down here and take a peek, see.
Hudson.
All right, this is one of my favorite parts of the Earthship because it's one of the coolest. All Earthships have these internal gardens because they're needed for the sustainability of the water. So what happens on an Earthship, with the way that the roof is slanted, it's built to capture and channel water into a cistern. That cistern is considered gray water that we can use as irrigation inside of the Earthship. So brushing your teeth, taking a shower, cleaning your dishes, washing your face in the sink, all that kind of good stuff is a result of captured water, all self-sustainable. Now the cool thing is once that water is captured and used, it's then transferred over here to these plants and rubber planters underneath the plants to give them the water that they need. So really the water is being recycled and reused within the Earthship. Now, after the water passes through the plants, it eventually gets sent to the toilet. And so once a person takes a poop in the toilet and the water makes contact with fecal matter, now it's called black water. And the black water is actually channeled outside of the Earthship, around the Earthship, to planters and containers, so that during the springtime and the summertime, plants can grow and the fecal matter is used as fertilizer. It's super awesome. So not only are we off the grid in terms of the power sources, but also sewage. No grid for the sewage. It's all self-contained and self-sustaining and absolutely beautiful. So follow me down here. We'll take a look at the rest of the Earthship. In this area is the bedroom, of course. This is also the office where I've been working recently. And nothing special to say about this, except I do want to mention one thing. Within the walls of the Earthship, a lot of this is adobe that is used to build the exterior and the interior of the Earthship. But inside of this adobe are tires, used tires that are filled up with dirt that act like as a heat sink, or what's that called again, babe?
Thermal mass.
Oh yes, a thermal mass, of course. Thermal mass, and that also helps keep heat inside the Earthship and also allows the temperature to gain that equilibrium that we talked about earlier. Now I do want to mention that the Earthship is all made from natural materials, or what we consider trash, or human trash. So in that sense, not only is it sustainable, but it's also environmentally friendly. I like it because I like to get the hell off the grid, and I don't like to be anywhere near society where there's politicians and bureaucrats that can possibly come after us and hurt us. So this is, I think if you're an agorist or an anarchist, you're in absolutely good shape being inside the Earthship.
Nice.
Cheers. Guys, there's one more thing I want to point out about Earthships that I think is awesome. I think a lot of people live under the erroneous assumption that living in an Earthship means you're super hippie because you're off the grid and that you don't have access to basic amenities. But the reality is that we have access, as you can see, to all kinds of amenities. Because of the solar power, we have all the lights. We have the fridge is actually powered by propane, and we also have some propane heaters. So you can add modern elements into the Earthship, and even though we're still using propane for some of these items in here, that doesn't mean we're not being as sustainable as possible. So you're able to add whatever elements of modern society to the Earthship that you want to improve your living conditions. And by the way, did I mention the Wi-Fi is absolutely awesome? So we have access to really good Wi-Fi as well, or else I wouldn't be able to work, and neither would Cecilia. Cheers.